You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
All right, everybody. Welcome back in. Gotta win, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Feels good, man. Feeling's different for sure.
We beat Michigan State. I predicted 24-10. Brett predicted 31-10, so we're split right down the middle. Brett was closer, so he wins the bet. But real quick, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Help support the channel. It really helps us out. We have memberships. And Thomas James, new member, welcome in, man. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for membering up. I really like your comments, man. You have a lot of good insight. You're definitely an intelligent football guy. I mean, I really enjoyed answering your comments on the videos, so thank you. DM me on Instagram for the private chat. But Thomas James, I wouldn't mind having you on here, man, to talk because you seem to really know your stuff. So hit me up. You know, Brett, we get the win, and man, it's been a long road. 2 months since we won.
Yeah.
So going into the season, if you told me we would beat our first three opponents and that's it for a while, or that we would win our first Big Ten game on November 15th, or that we would have our fourth win on November 15th, or that we wouldn't win for 2 months, I would have called you absolutely nuts. But here we are. So like 2011, where Joe gets fired, unfortunately, and Tom Bradley takes over as interim head coach, and we go into Columbus, who was an inferior team at the time, but we had a lot going on. We go in and win. That's how it felt. Now, that was the first game. No, I'm sorry. That was like the second game after the scandal because we lost to Nebraska at home. Didn't have a quarterback that year. That was the difference. And if it weren't for the scandal and lack of a quarterback, that was a really good team in Joe's last year, which is crazy because he was older. You know, he was old. And we still were a competitive team. The only loss we had going into Nebraska was Alabama, who went on to win the national title, who just lost to Oklahoma. So congratulations, Oklahoma. But we're going to answer all your comments, guys, so stick with us. I promise you we'll get to each one. But we win, and oh, man, again, it's been a long road, man. But Brett, what do you think about I don't even know where to start. We'll start with the win itself. We'll break down the offense and the defense. But Brett, what do you think about this win? I mean, it's a good win.
Yeah. Slow start, of course, guys. We start slow. This whole year we've started pretty slow. So that wasn't surprising. I thought we would start faster today, right? With like our momentum from last week, but the thing that matters is we picked it up in the second half. We picked it up in the fourth quarter because the third quarter was pretty rough overall. But the win itself feels fantastic. As a Penn State fan, I wore my Lawn Boys shirt today, not knowing that Katron Allen was going to completely decapitate Michigan State's defense, but I'm glad that he did because it's symbolic for, I guess, my premonition on today's outlook of the game. So overall, feels great. Happy for Terry Smith. I think we're all super thrilled for Terry Smith. The players love him. You can see how happy they were for him when they threw the Gatorade on him. They gave him the shower, and they were hugging him and carrying him onto the field. So just a sensational ending for this game for Penn State. And the win's fantastic, man. Somebody said I can finally sleep good tonight. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm not the best sleeper, but I think I'll sleep better knowing that Penn State football got the dub today for the first time since September. So, yeah.
Yeah. A few things to point out here. Not only did we win, but yeah, man. Again, this just feels good. I mean, it feels good.
Yeah, feels fantastic.
Haven't won in 2 months, like I said, and this is our first Big Ten win. It's a combination of things. Michigan State is a bad team, but we did what we were supposed to do, and that's win, which we did. And we should have come in. We should have put up at least 4 touchdowns. At least I picked 3 touchdowns. Brett picked 4. We put up 4 touchdowns. We beat an inferior team, and we also performed as we should. Terry Smith gets the win, and it couldn't happen to a better, more deserving guy.
Yep.
I sent the invite link to my dad. He might join us. But a greater point to this, all this, guys, is, for me personally, there's a certain comfort I find in the old school generation having a grip on this team. That is that's my dad's generation. All right, he's joining us. Dad, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
So
yeah.
What's up, Mark Senior?
So real quick, I was just gonna say, good timing, that there's a certain comfort I find in the older generation having on this team, as in Terry Smith. He was coached by Joe Paterno. He played for Joe Paterno, and he's an old school guy. So, and my dad, he has a old school mindset when it comes to Penn State football, which is good. He knows real football. He knows winning football. He knows Joe Paterno football. So there's a comfort I find in having a guy like Terry Smith with his grip on this team, because clearly he has made a difference. And we almost beat Iowa. Ohio State, it is what it is. They're a really good team. And then we had Indiana. We almost beat the number 2 team in the country, who I thought should have been number 1 at the time. And then we beat Michigan State. We do what we're supposed to do. So having this old school coach running this team is good, I think, because when you have a guy like him who is good with the media, he has a great mindset, and he's a no BS kind of guy. So it's nice having this, and we won because of that. So, Dad, give your thoughts, and then Brett and I will take over.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Coach Terry, the coaching staff, the team, the players, the fans. They deserve this win. I was at the game last Saturday, and the fans are unbelievable. They were up the whole game. We did our best to win it. I mean, the fans were hollering. The student section was full, and they were very loud. So I'm really excited for the coach, Coach Terry. And, he took it with humor tonight. He got 2 5-gallon buckets of cold water and a Gatorade spilled on him, and he just took it in stride. He was laughing. He just really enjoyed it. He was super proud of his team, and Coach Knowles brought it. I mean, they played 4 quarters finally, and he sent the Marines, and they showed up. And wow, I didn't watch a lot of it. I listened to it a lot, but the last 4 minutes, I watched the defense just mangle that poor quarterback. But
Yeah,
he'll be all right. He'll be back next week.
yeah, they beat him up. That's what Brett said. They really beat him up.
Yeah, he was limping. His left shoulder was probably pretty close to being out of joint. But
well, the rest were trying to give him all these calls. So I mean,
yeah, they were helping, but we nailed it.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach Terry. We're back.
Yeah, but it isn't just about this win. This means many things. First of all, I said last week that Coach Terry, again, Joe Paterno guy, played for Penn State. I mean, he should. I've heard people this week say he should be the GM of the next team if he's not the head coach, and I agree with that. He has probably still 90% grip on this team. He's clearly made changes. Clearly, there is a different look to this team in a good way. These guys are playing hard for him. The offense looks different. The defense looks different. They do what they're supposed to do today, and I expected nothing less. And the fact that he's done what he's done in this short amount of time, he deserves it. Coach Terry Smith, he's doing a very hard job. He's doing a very good job in a very, very hard position right now. And I wish I could give that guy a hug right now, honestly, because he's doing a really good job, and I really appreciate what he's doing, and I hope that he knows how much we appreciate him.
Yeah.
So he was well prepared. I mean, going to Iowa, he was very well prepared. He only had probably 3 days to get ready for that because of all the turmoil.
Yeah,
20 hours. That's it.
We beat Ohio State in the first half. We just couldn't pull it together. And then as much as he's done in the last 3 games, it's unbelievable how prepared he was. So, and he almost pulled off the win against Indiana. I mean, it's just like he said, the ball wasn't bouncing our way. And I mean, that last play, we brought both ends. They hit the quarterback at the same time, and all I saw was his arm coming up, and he threw that ball, and it was a lot of luck. I'm not sure he got that left foot in, but he was well prepared. He's a coach, and it's his if he wants it, as according to in my book.
My favorite play, guys, was when after the second roughing the passer call, which was just pathetic. Jim Knowles says, "Okay, fine, watch this." Sends an all-out blitz, murders the quarterback. He fumbles it. We get the ball back anyways. That was my favorite play because that was just like that set in stone, like the players' effort today. You know what I mean? They really played hard. So
DDS had a good game.
Yeah, the Indiana game was that last play. It was just if we had nailed that quarterback, just a matter of seconds. I mean, defense is a matter of seconds. Offense is a matter of yards. And, we came close. But we'll take this win and start building from here.
Yeah, they definitely beat the QB up. I mean, across the board, again, we see the bad play calls at certain times, bad personnel in at the time.
Yeah.
Nick Singleton is an East and West guy. He's a good receiver. He's one of the best receivers we have on the team. Yeah. And then Katron is a North and South guy. Yeah. So if we can
fix that,
continue to just do smart plays on the offense, that's the difference. Our defense is good enough that we can win out. And so this win isn't just about winning today for the first time in 2 months. It's we can win out. Nebraska will be our hardest opponent. No offense to Rutgers. But Nebraska will be our hardest opponent, and if the gimmicky stuff stays tampered, we can beat Nebraska, we can beat Rutgers, we will go to a bowl, guaranteed, and I think because it's Terry Smith, he will not have any of this, you guys can sit out the bowl. You guys can declare. You're playing the game. That's it. You're not sitting out. You're not transferring. And because it's Terry Smith and not Franklin will just let anybody walk. Terry Smith he will have them playing. He has this team believing in him and this program. They will play in the bowl. And if they win the bowl, if they just compete in a bowl, I mean, they'll be playing like Pop-Tart Bowl or something. If he just has them competing, and I think they can win depending on who they play. If he has them competing and or winning, then that's as good as we can ask for. And we know that Terry Smith is doing it. We are in the best hands we can right now with Terry Smith. And whoever comes in next year, it looks like Drinkowitz, he needs to be on this staff in some form or fashion. And I think that's a GM spot. Whether we like it or not, I don't think he'll be the head coach, but he will be involved in this program. And I don't think he's going to go coach with Franklin again. I think he's too smart to do that. So, but we're in good hands right now. Dad, what do you think about him? What's your thoughts realistically on him coming back? And do you think he leaves with Franklin? Do you think some players leave with Franklin? I mean, he's the glue holding this roster together right now. So,
Coach Terry?
Yeah.
I just believe if he wants it, he knows what he's getting into. I mean, he's living it right now. And if he can handle this stress, and if he likes it and he embraces it, and if he wants it, I think he should have it. He's a Penn Stater. He's Penn State blood. He knows what the oven's like. So if he wants to stay in the oven, I'd give it to him. I mean, if he wants, put his resume together, but if he doesn't and he stays in as a GM, he's a very good recruiter. I think back in the first press conference, he said he recruited like 75% of this team. So I always wanted to see Joe step away and become 100% recruiter at the time, but he couldn't give it up. So I don't think he leaves. No, he's not following anybody. He's himself. He doesn't follow anybody. People follow him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, Mark.
Yeah. So credit goes to James Franklin for hiring Terry Smith. I mean, James Franklin, one of his strong suits, and he had many strong suits. One of his strong suits was he hired Letterman. I knew every game that we went into, well, at least we have Terry Smith. I mean, he must not have listened to him too much, but he hired Terry Smith, and I thank James Franklin for doing that because he set us up well when he left in that sense. Mm-hmm. Everything else is a total dumpster fire. But, yeah, I agree with you. I think he stays. I don't think he leaves. And his oxygen, his lifeblood, his home is Penn State, thank God. And I think he stays here no matter what. And if you're a new coach coming in and you get rid of Terry Smith, then you're already off on a bad foot because he should be on this staff in some regard. Yeah. But Franklin hired a lot of Lettermen, and Terry Smith I don't think will be the only guy to stay. It'll be him. It'll be other staff members. It'll be some of the roster. So, yeah, I think he should stay. Brett, what do you think about him staying?
He's got to stay in whatever capacity that looks like. He has to stay as some type of coach for Penn State. If it's the head coach, cornerbacks coach, I mean, he's got to be in the building, right? We want Terry Smith in the building. If you guys notice, I'm pretty sure AJ Harris didn't even play today. And the guy who took his spot today is a true freshman, Darius Dixon, out of Mater Day, and he was making plays all over the field. True freshman. Terry Smith recruited him. So he gets Penn State guys. He gets them to come in. He gets them to play hard for him. And they love him to death, man. I mean, look, like I said in the beginning, look at the joy of the players picking up their head coach right now. Put him on the field, celebrating with him. They're going to celebrate tonight. Terry Smith has to stay. I don't think he's going to leave. There's a chance he leaves, right? If like I said, if they bring in Drink or somebody else and they don't retain Terry Smith, that would be a bozo move for one, like you said, and he'd be off on the wrong foot. I think whoever's coming in has to understand how much he means to Penn State and how much Penn State means to him. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think he leaves. Like I said, it's possible. Frankie boy, if he gets the job at Virginia Tech, I mean, he could bring him there. He might leave, but yeah, he has to stay.
I don't see him leaving, Brett. I mean, he's so committed to Penn State and his blue blood, his dad's blue blood, and he's humble enough to say, "Okay, I didn't get the head job, but I'm committed here to get Penn State to a national championship in some way, shape, or form."
Yeah, and if you and one thing about life in general, but you have to listen when people talk, and you have to, you have to have some street smarts to divulge what people are saying. If you listen to Terry Smith talk, if you listen to what he's saying, he's not in a bad way for him, because I don't think he'd really do that, but he's taken so many shots at James Franklin. Like he has pretty much squashed just about every reminiscence of James Franklin as a coach and on this team. I mean, he said stuff like, we didn't do this, but we're going to do it now. I'm running it my way. The old way the old way didn't work. We're doing it this way. Like in a roundabout way, he has taken so many shots at Franklin, and clearly he wasn't happy with the way things were going. I mean, he said, "I stayed in my lane as a defensive coach." Right. I mean, that's the only thing you can do, especially if you're not happy with what's going on. I mean, he is not happy with the way things were going, and he is not happy with how things were playing out. Therefore, I don't think he would leave. And on top of that, bad for James Franklin, because he's going to have his eyes set on us, his sights set on us. He's going to hold this roster together, I think, like a Tony Rojas, AJ Harris, guys that can come back, that will come back. I think he holds this roster together. I think he stays, and I think he is a big reason why that going forward, this team has success. A lot of the recruiting is Terry Smith. Landon Tengwall came out and said in a tweet today that someone better be good at the DMV area recruiting wise. Terry Smith, Ty Howell, we're good there. Okay. The jig is up for Franklin. He can go out and he can try and recruit, but if you're going to be brainwashed by Franklin, fine. So be it. But you're going to learn eventually that the guy's a fraud and you need to come play somewhere else or play for Penn State. And if you're going to pick between the current head coach and the previous head coach, the current head coach knows what he's doing, and he's not going to fraud you, and he's going to tell you the truth, and he's going to make you a better man. He's going to make you a better player. And what we need is old school, hard-nosed coaching, no BS, because at the end of the day, the conservative approach is tough love, and that's what Terry Smith is. It's not the start with I love you, end with I love you BS. You can't be friends with these guys. You're trying to make them better men. So that's it. So I think he stays. I don't mean to rant, but do you guys have anything else to say in general about this win?
That guy that backed up Harris, I may or may not have met his dad last week at the Indiana game. I was outside waiting to get in, and he said, my son plays for Coach Terry, and he gave me his name, but I don't remember. He said he was a backup to somebody, and
probably him.
I just got, talking to him, and we were talking about bowl game and stuff like that, and I told him right up, I said, I don't want to go to a bowl game. I want to go to national championship sometime. And it might have been the guy that came in for Harris. I'm not sure.
Did you see where he was from? Because he would have came the whole way from Cali.
No, he was a big guy. That's all I know. And I'm not sure. I wish I'd have got his name, but I didn't.
Yeah. My guess is he might be the coach of a what's up, Mark Assert? My guess is he probably D lineman if his dad was big. It could have been Chaz. It could have been Yvonne.
His dad was big. I don't know. I didn't see his son, of course. But
Yeah. Okay. So, again, guys, we'll answer all your comments. I promise. Please like, share, subscribe. Support us if you want and can. But
yeah, I
we'll
didn't
answer
watch
all your
much of
comments.
it today. I mean, we're against Ohio State. Our our guys covering the receivers, they just seem to let them go. I just think they should hit them right off the line and just try to lock the play down. Give our defensive line another second to get to that quarterback. They just seem to let them run and go blow right by them. I just like to see them hit them a little bit harder right off the line.
Yeah.
And another thing, I'm throwing this out there for Brett, Mark, and whoever, but to bring our OC and our DC down onto the field with their troops. So, I mean, they should be in the battle with their guys when they come off, and then maybe they make a mistake. The coach is there to say, okay, this is what you need to do better, or something like that, or high fives, high chest pumps, when they make a play. Because when Manny was there, holy cow, he had that defense fired up. Like they had the fans fired up because the defense was so fired up when they come off the field. And I just like to see that. I see like our two generals on the battlefield with the.
Yeah, I think they should both be on the sideline as well. Especially Kotelnicki, he could use walking up and down the sideline a little bit. But they're sitting there in the booth. Kotelnicki, I mean, Galen Hall and Jay Paterno, they were up in the booth. It is what it is. Sometimes Joe was up in the booth because he had a broken leg and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Manny Diaz on the sideline made a difference, and Joe Moorhead was on the sideline. I mean, those are two similarities right there. Those guys were really good at what they did. So when you're Jim Knowles and you're up in the booth and you're talking through a walkie-talkie, I don't know what that is, but you're talking through a walkie-talkie. Going to high school games, Dad and I have gone to several high school games this season, and sometimes you're in the stands and people say, man, like this kid sucks, or why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And I say, go down to the sideline and stand there. And they say, why? I say, well, they look a lot bigger and faster when you're standing right next to them. So you get a better feel for the game when you're on the sideline and you're seeing everything. You know what these guys are going through. You see the blood coming out of their nose. You see them limping. You see the sweat coming off of them. It's just more immersive. So, yeah, I think they should be on the sideline 100%.
What do you think, Brett?
Yeah, at least one of them, right? Like at least get one of them on the sideline, because, like you said,
you need an eye in the sky to give your information, but they should be down on the field getting a feel for their guys.
Put one of your analysts, somebody you have on the squad that understands football to a T, and put them in the sky and tell them what you see, and then have the coaches on the sideline make the call. I think that's a perfect idea, and whoever comes in here, maybe they'll switch it up. Obviously, Kotelnicki's not going to have a job here after this year, so he'll be.
Go ahead.
He'll be coaching at Wisconsin Whitewater, whatever freaking team he was coaching before Kansas. So
high school won't even hire him.
I'm sorry, but yeah, somebody said earlier his play calling in certain moments is just so bad. It's exhausting to watch.
Yeah, it is.
It hurts to watch when you give Nick Singleton the ball 5 times in a row when he's not a north and south runner. Like, let's say Katron Allen gets hurt and you call the game like you did without Katron Allen, we would have lost by 10. We would have lost today. The only reason we won was because Katron Allen is a superhuman. Look at his stats. 181 yards, 2 touchdowns.
All right. Yeah. I'll pull them up here.
At the Indiana game, I saw the defense just, they were just like, their shoulders are down. They're jogging to the sideline. They need somebody over there to get them back up, get the intensity back into them guys. They're big, they're fast, they're strong. They need to play with intensity, and there's no coach over there to pump them up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Manny Diaz, he was a guy that
Man.
he was right there with everybody. And, you know, again, like if you're on the side, again, yeah, like you said about hitting the receivers off the line, I didn't understand that against Ohio State at all. I mean, I think why they did that was those receivers are so good that if you're up close to them, like you're going to get burned, I guess. Maybe that's a reason why. I don't agree with it, but
I mean, they double teamed the one guy and he still didn't touch him. So, and I think, of course, he went down and scored or something. But I mean, at the end of this game today, there was, oh my gosh, there were 6 guys back there. There were 6 defensive guys playing safety, basically. And I thought, wow, this is great. I mean, they can stop the run. They're quick enough to come up and hit the guy, but you're not going to get past 6 guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Greg, just to answer Greg's comment real quick, he's actually going for other jobs now. Yeah, I heard Andrew Kotelnicki's interviewing for UAB. That's a little too high for him. I don't think he should be considered for such a prestigious job. I think he should be coaching like JV at a local high school. But we'll see how that plays out.
Wisconsin Whitewater, man. He's got the connection.
Yeah.
Send him back.
But yeah, to that point, yes, I think they should be on the sideline. And, you know, overall, the team was very physical today, and we saw that. And K-Tron, just to go over the stats, I'm going to have to figure out this format on here, guys, to pull up the stats. But just to go over some stats here. Grunkmeyer, first of all, he had 2 touchdowns, and he threw the ball deep. Praise the Lord, we threw the ball deep. I mean, Landon said it last week when I called in. He said they found out the vertical passing game was legal now, which is true. Grunkmeyer, 8 for 13, 127 yards, averaged 9.8 yards a throw, 2 touchdowns. Katron Allen, absolute freak, 25 carries, averaged 7.2 yards a carry, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Singleton, 15 carries, 56 yards. And then, on top of that, Devontae Ross, 79 yards, averaged 40 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Payne. So Brett said it, 31-10. I had 24-10, and I said I wouldn't mind if Gronk has 2 touchdowns instead of 1, and he did. So Devontae had 2, Gronk had 2, and then Katron had 2. So those are some of the stats on the offensive side. Their quarterback, Alessio, he had 4.7 yards per throw, 0 touchdowns, 0 TDs. They had 101 yards rushing, 128 yards passing. Absolutely horrendous on their end. 1 rushing touchdown. And then they had a fumble. We had a fumble, but we didn't lose it. And then our leading tackler was Amari with 9 tackles. Malcolm Bell had 8 for them. So across the board, just a good performance. We had 5 sacks. They had 2 sacks. So defensively too, it looked good. 5 sacks. We won in the trenches. And again, I don't care how bad Michigan State is. I think they're better than I think they're better than people think. So we did what we had to do. We kind of dominated them, and we won on the road. So I don't care who you are. That's not easy. And our guys just did what they had to do. And Katron, I mean, I hope he breaks the rushing record. I hope he goes home number 1 because he deserves it. And the fact that he's still playing like this, even though this team is a dumpster fire, it's getting better. And our credit has to go to the trenches and our O-line for giving Singleton the opportunity, who has no vision, giving Katron the opportunity to do what they do. But you have to give a lot of credit to Katron for his hard running. I mean, he's a freak. And then Singleton, utilize them east to west. Katron utilized them north and south. They threw the ball deep. I mean, again, we saw some of the BS play calling, but I mean, you have to be really happy with how we looked.
Mm-hmm.
So
The O line looked last week. Man, it was really good. I gave them probably an A plus because they really protected Gronk and they really kept their blocks and they just wow, it was exciting to be there and to watch that. The O line's getting stronger every week.
Yeah, and again, I do think under Terry Smith, because here's the thing: these guys are experiencing a whole different thing right now under Terry Smith. It's old school. They're walking to class. They're not using those stupid freaking scooters and stuff like that. Just as a small example, they're experiencing, I hope, and appreciating a real coach. And they're not just going to blow smoke like Franklin does. And I think that's a reason why a lot of these guys do stay and they play in the bowl and they win out. I pray that they win out, and I pray that they beat Nebraska. We cannot forget what Nebraska did to us in '94. In a sense, we were left out. Nebraska got in. They came in 2002. Rich Gardner pick 6. We beat them up. They were like highly ranked at the time, Nebraska. And then the last time we played, no, let me think. I think I could be wrong. The last time we played them, it wasn't 2011, was it?
I don't remember. 94 was a political fall.
Nebraska?
We lost.
We played Nebraska in like 2017 or
yeah. So in 2011, they came in the week after Joe was fired and they beat us at home. That was a heartbreaker. But 2020, they beat us. 2017, we beat them.
Yep.
2013, they beat us. 2012, they beat us. And then 2011, they beat us 17-14 at home, which, again, that was a heartbreaker because that was after the scandal. We were still a really good team. That clearly had an effect on the players. But that's an important win. We cannot forget the history of that and the importance of a win there and how big that would be for us. But, yeah, just overall – a good win. And I hope these players appreciate this real coach, this old school approach. And I hope that they return and continue to play for him no matter what happens. Whether we win a bowl game, go to a bowl game, lose out. I mean, but I think we win out. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't win out and go to a bowl. I'll be pretty disappointed.
I think we win out. I mean, we're just getting better. The defense showed up. I mean, it was really exciting to watch that defense. I'm more of a defensive person than I am an offense. And those last two roughing the quarterbacks, I mean, poor quarterback, but that's Penn State defense. And I haven't seen that for a long time. And that was exciting to watch. I mean, we're coming to your house and we're going to dominate. And they did the last 4 minutes. Yeah, that was exciting. And I just think it's going to spill right into next week against Nebraska at home.
Yeah. I think, like, in the second half, it's not that, like, obviously Gronk threw one pass the whole second half, but that was really just a flip to Devontae Ross for the touchdown. He would drop back. They were trying to get him on the play action. It's almost like Kolnick was calling the same plays on the play action call because nobody was open. Like he was just, and thankfully Gronk started using his feet. I was dying for him to do that all game. He started using his feet and getting some yards. That's what you got to do because Drew was good at that, guys. Like Drew Aller was good at using his feet when nothing was there. And I think Gronk realized, like, okay, I'm going to have to use my feet when nothing's there because I can't wait too long.
Right.
Because the only 2 sacks he took, well, the one sack he took was he waited too long and then ran into them. The first one was just a bad snap and whole play overall. But, the defense was Penn State defense today, just like last week. But there was no breaking at the end of the game for the team to come back. Like Michigan State wasn't able to come back because we were kicking their quarterback's butt. We were kicking his butt. So there was no chance that they had to come back against us. So,
I'd like to go right into Brett said about Gronk using his legs. I saw it against Ohio State. Yeah. Gronk's okay. The pocket collapses. He's running to save his life. All right. He's trying to keep his life together. And then the called play is over. Okay, so the play, whatever they called, it's over. There's no, the routes are done. What our receivers need to do is just turn and sprint to that end zone and try to get open. I mean, that's the only way. It's a win-win situation. The play's over. Grunk's trying to save him, so those receivers need to try to save their quarterback by turning and just sprinting to the end zone, and maybe Grunk will see him. But that's the only weak spot I saw with the receivers. They're running back and forth trying to get open. Just get your 4-4 and run.
Yeah. Grunk definitely used his legs. And to dive more into the offense, Hakeem the Dream, thanks for the donation, man. Pat Kraft's only job is to get a home run higher. I would do anything to get Kyle Shanahan. Money should not be an issue to get him. Yeah, we definitely need an offensive guy, 100%. And Drinkowitz is that, and it sounds like that might be the possibility right now. Dad, they had a call against Vanderbilt that Dad didn't like when they ran Bo at the goal line and he broke his leg in half.
Yeah, the quarterback hands it off and passes. That's his job. And then you have running backs like, Allen and Singleton. That's what they get. That's their money. But I don't know what they have on that team. But you can't be running the quarterback. Same way with Eller. I mean, I feel bad for him. He shouldn't have been running it, but it's the same thing. It was a mirror image of what happened to Drew. It's like sad. I mean, I saw the play and that hurt.
Yeah, when you're running your quarterback at the goal line, I mean, the defensive lineman tackled him. He twisted his leg and probably made it worse. So that's dirty. But when you're up at the goal line, you got to be careful because they got the big guys in there.
Yeah.
And same with Joe Burrow when he got hurt, when he blew his leg out. They were at their own 20 and they were running like a shotgun play, and you're just asking to get him killed, and he got hurt. So there's certain times where you have to be careful because when you have those big guys in there, I mean, those guys are absolute lunatics. They're trying to kill everybody that they see.
Especially the quarterback.
Yeah. So you got to be careful. Like those guys, their brains are wired different. Those big guys, I mean, so you got to be careful, but we need an offensive guy who can come in and score points. Like, please, I want to see more points scored, like the spread HD. Like, I want to see more points scored. So, again, to dive more into the offense, again, Grunkmeyer 8 for 13, 127 yards, 9.8 yards of throw, 2 touchdowns. K-Tron 181 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, which is insane. And 2 touchdowns. Again, K-Tron, they don't have his receiving numbers up here yet, but and then Devontae, 40-yard average. He had 2 receptions, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns, which is crazy, which means they threw the ball deep. Trevor Pena, again, 4 catches, 38 yards, 9.5 yards of reception. That's insane, too. I mean, they utilized their guys. They did everything they should have. They threw the ball deep. They ran guys that they should have run. They ran the right personnel at the right times, but they also didn't do it at the right times. I mean, Singleton up the middle does not work. I don't know why that's so hard to understand, but that doesn't work. And then K-Tron, pretty much no matter what, he can do whatever. You can throw him the ball. He's a vertical guy. He's a east and west guy, but you have to use your personnel the right way. They used it well enough today to win. But overall, the offense, I mean, again, Grunk used his legs. He is a very mobile guy. Well, he's mobile enough. He's better than Drew. No offense to Drew, but he's just a better quarterback. He has better vision, better instincts. He can throw the ball deep, and he can run when he has to. I mean, dude, it's like what's so hard to understand about the fact that a guy who can run and has vision and can throw the ball deep should probably be playing. I said it in the second game that I'd rather lose with Grunk than win with Aller because I think Grunk's better, and he clearly is. I mean, he's clearly better. So
we got to be careful because we're down to 1 kind of right now.
Yeah, exactly. We have Liam Clifford as our backup, who is still better than his brother, but he shouldn't be playing quarterback. And then we got Beckham Kritza. we got Beckham Kritza backing him up. So
true freshman who's been injured for the last month. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see much. Did they do the shuttle pass in the quarterback option or no?
no, they did the direct snap to Katron, and Nick
Okay.
Singleton a couple plays. And
Okay.
actually, Katron's first touchdown was a direct snap. He should have been tackled behind the line, but he's a beast. So he turns around, he turns over to the left, puts his foot in the ground, jukes to the left again, and gets in the end zone. So yeah, I mean, if it would have been anybody else back there, we probably would have been a loss of 2.
Like Gronk did really well on his legs, but it would have been great, like Dad said, if Joe stepped down and he was like a more of a recruiter for a certain amount of time. That would have been great for him. But and it should have never ended the way it ended, regardless. Joe, if that didn't happen, Joe would have died in the facility, on the field. He would have died probably on the field in some capacity with Penn State. That's how his life would have ended. So, when you have I wish we could have I wish we had Franklin's recruiting, because in a way, because this team is very talented no matter what. I mean, he did a pretty good job of recruiting talent. Terry Smith had a big part of that. Ty Howell has a big part of that. So they need to continue that. But if you take a common sense coach with the support that we have, the fan base we have, the resources we have, if you take a guy like James Franklin, who I think Kirk Herbstreit's definitely a little upset that he was fired because he knows it's not a guaranteed win every year now. If you take a common sense coach, put him in our program, like Thomas just said, NIL, portal, all the support, the right coordinators, a common sense head coach. I mean, this team could be a dynasty. Like, it could be an Alabama. I mean, it's the best fan base in college football. So if we can do that, I can't imagine, because we don't know, because Franklin's been the coach for 12 years. We have no idea what we could be capable of really right now in this new age, because Franklin was our coach. So
Coach Terry's been watching it for 12 years, and he's been going in his head, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I would do if I was a head coach, and he's doing it.
Yeah, so he needs to be retained as a GM, whatever. He would be a great GM, because a lot of this recruiting is Terry Smith. And thanks, Greg. How do you feel towards us going to a bowl if we qualify? Absolutely. I mean, we should go 100%. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We should go. But thanks for the donation, Greg. We should go no matter what. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And everybody on this squad should play and win the Pop-Tart Bowl, whatever the bowl is.
Duke's Mayo Bowl. I don't care what it's called.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to go play, and you need to win.
Yep.
Like, Terry Smith deserves that. These players deserve that. And this is the ultimate turnaround and redemption for a Terry Smith-led team, is if you win out and then you go to a bowl and you win. I mean, what more could you ask for? This season was totally ruined. So what more could you ask for besides winning out under a guy like Terry Smith, a Penn State guy, and winning a bowl? Everybody involved in this program should be, balls to the wall. We're going to go win a bowl. Like, that's a total redemption. And they said it tonight. No number 2 team has ever started the season and then had a losing season. That's never happened before.
No.
So, absolutely.
And I think if Terry would have pulled out that win last week against Indiana, I think they would have gave him the job, like, for sure. I think it would have been his job.
Okay.
Because right now, Notre Dame is number 9, and then you have Pitt 22. They have the same record, right? The only reason Notre Dame is where they're at right now is because of their logo. So, like Thomas just said, you go bowling to promote the brand. We're going to get a decent bowl because of our logo.
Yeah, right.
And that's the only reason Notre Dame is ranked as high as they are.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
The powers that be for the bowl committees, Penn State brings a lot of money to bowl games. So, I mean, the TV, the the fans watching it on TV, the fans that go, it's a moneymaker for whatever bowl they go to. And the bowl committee knows that. Penn State gets a lot of money for the bowl, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, and I do think that this roster is retained. They come back who can come back. I think there's some guys that won't even declare for the draft. They're going to come back. They're going to play in the bowl. I mean, again, Franklin, he would let assistants walk. He would let players declare. He would let players do this, assistants do that. Like Manny Diaz, should have kept him. Joe Moorhead should have kept him. Fashanu, you can make an argument, should have played against Ole Miss in a bowl game. Maybe we win. I mean, Terry Smith is going to have – these guys are going to play and stay because of Terry Smith. I believe that he's going to say, listen, you can declare for the draft, sure, but have some pride in your freaking skull and play in the bowl game. What are you sitting out for? You're a prima donna. If you get hurt, you're still going to make a lot of money, okay? It is what it is. I mean, you know, I get it, but at the same time, I think these guys are going to play and come back because of Terry Smith. I mean, I don't think he's going to put up with it. You know, you're going to play in the bowl game. You committed to this team. You're playing in the bowl game.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I've never played football, but I agree with Mark that, I mean, you're there to win it for the fans and your coaches and your other players that have been in the trenches with you all 11 games or whatever. Come on, finish it.
Man.
Please.
Well, Faf, if we get dunked in the Mayo Bowl, I mean, we have a good excuse. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but they can call Will Levis up. He'll gladly jump in there and throw it in his coffee and whatever. He loves mayo, so.
Yeah, he eats bananas whole. He puts mayo in his coffee. His collarbone is like sticking out of his neck. So, but yeah, the offense looked good. I mean, the offense, again, the gimmick, they need to get away from the gimmicky stuff. The gimmicky stuff still comes out, but at the end of the day, we did. This is the best the offense has looked all year.
There's got to be more aggression, more aggressive play calls, though.
Intensity.
Yeah, like to run up the middle with Singleton 3 times in a row. Like, you can't do that, dude. You're wasting a drive. It makes no sense.
It makes zero freaking sense why you're running him up the middle 3 times. What is the point of that? I don't get it.
First down,
you want to get him into the second and third level. I understand, because if he does, he's probably going to score. But it doesn't work. So just stop doing it.
You made the first 3 quarters look much harder than it should have looked. Like, it didn't need to look like that, dude. There's no reason for it.
I mean, I'll take 28 points, but we should have scored 30 or 40. You know.
Yeah, we have. So, yeah, should have.
All right.
The only thing.
Defense. Go ahead.
I was going to say the only play call I didn't like by Terry Smith today, kick a field goal, go up 17-10 before the half, man. Is what we talked about it, Mark. It's 4th and 3. You already did stupid play calls with Singleton up the middle 3 times. It's 4th and 3, 40-something yard field goal. Ryan Barker is making that every time. So kick the field goal.
On that comment before that, Mark, what did he mean by that coach?
Who, Penn State fanatic?
Yeah.
Franklin's job was to absorb the aftermath of Bob leaving, Bill O'Brien leaving, and get the program here ready for the coach to take this team to the championship.
Who's that coach? Who's that coach?
Ready for the coach. The new coach.
Is that Terry?
Whoever they hire.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever they hire. But I will say this, like Terry Smith, again, I think he's got a 90% grip on this team. I wish he would make a little bit more changes, like kick a field goal in that position or take over tell Kotelnicki no more gimmicky crap. Clearly, it's plain as day. Don't run the ball up the middle 3 times with Singleton. You know, there's changes that need to be made. But if Terry Smith hypothetically was the head coach next year, I feel confident that we could win a national championship. I mean, he's going to take us deep because he's a real coach. So you think of real coaches, old school coaches right now, and guys that have retired recently. Urban Meyer, real coach. Nick Saban, real coach. Kirby Smart, real coach. Kurt Cignetti, real coach. Who else? Ryan Day, real coach. What do they all have in common? They're older guys, and they have common sense, like Terry Smith. I mean, you can't beat that. You cannot beat the old school, older guy mentality of we're not putting up with this BS. They're the best. They are the best in the business for a reason. So that's Terry Smith.
Yeah, I agree. He's a man, unless he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
If he wants it, that means he wants it. All right. He knows he has a plan. He has a plan if he wants it. If he wants to stay.
The way Terry talked about it was he wants it, but like if somebody else gets it, he's gonna back the AD. He's gonna back Pat Kraft, and he wants to stay in Happy Valley, man. He wants.
But I guarantee you, Pat Kraft, who we're all lucky he's here with us, because I knew he wouldn't put up with Franklin's crap, and he didn't. But I guarantee you, he is saying, yeah, you can come in and be the head coach, but you're keeping Terry Smith, and you're going to let him let him make some calls with the roster, with the coaching retention, everything. He's the glue holding this team together. Terry Smith is a rock. And then, you have and then he was talking about his daughter, and he was walking on the field with her. I mean, honestly, as fans, like that video of him walking with her, it's like, man, no matter what you think of how bad the team is right now, just his daughter really puts it in perspective. And he said, I get a lot of strength from my daughter. And I mean, she has a lot to do. She has a lot to do with how he is as a coach and as a man. So she should get some credit too. She's a big inspiration for him. And that's a cool story.
You just think about what he's been through for the last three games. I mean, and if it's his mindset that he goes to Pat Kraft and says, I got this, coach. I got this, Pat. I mean, he's got it, right? I mean,
I believe it, yeah.
What he's been through just think about what he's been through for the last 3 games. He's been on the road twice. He almost beat number 2. Almost. I mean, that was won today.
I mean, that catch, the moment made it bigger, but that's one of the best catches of all time on any level. That's one of the best catches.
The pass
one
was
of the
excellent.
luckiest catches ever.
The pass was excellent. He knew he was going to get beat up, and he just
yeah.
I mean, he was on his back before the ball went, and he knew he was going to get crushed.
Mendoza got hit by 2 of our biggest, fiercest defensive ends, and that receiver, I mean, that was an incredible play. And again, that's a Heisman moment. So if you're going to give the Heisman to somebody, he has the Heisman moment.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter didn't have it last year. No one else has had it this year. And then, again, we talk about like Ohio State fans are saying Brian Hartline won't leave because it's Ohio State. It's the greatest thing to ever exist since sliced bread. Ohio State is the most incredible program of all time. If Brian Hartline doesn't come to Penn State, it's because we don't want him here, because he will leave Ohio State to come here, even though you all think that that's the greatest thing of all time. And Ohio State, who have they played? Okay. They have not been down in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes left at their own 20 like Indiana. All right. So still they are unproven. Now, I think Ohio State would beat Indiana, but when you're talking about Heisman talk with Mendoza and Julian Sand, or you talk about a team who has done something this year, that's Indiana. So that was the Heisman moment right there for Mendoza. Incredible poise, incredible throw, incredible catch. And your coach had some gall doing what he did in Beaver Stadium. I mean, that was just straight up disrespectful. going down there and scoring like that. But what do you think about what did you think about the defense? I mean, we had 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Amari Campbell is a freak. He had multiple tackles. King Mack, second leading tackler. Darius Dixon, Keon Wiley, a young guy, was the fourth leading tackler. Dom DeLuca, Zion Tracy, AC, Elliott Washington. I mean, we did good.
Yeah, everybody showed up. I hope they show up next week.
They're going to have to. I mean, Nebraska.
Those last 4 minutes was.
Nebraska, again, they have a backup quarterback, thank God. But we have to win. And we could lose. I mean, that's a game you can lose.
Yeah.
So let's prove it again and win.
I was going to say, I think that Nebraska game, that could be an NBC night game because of the brand. Nebraska, Penn State.
Yeah.
We haven't had a night game since Oregon.
The only thing I don't like about NBC is they don't play the crowd noise. ESPN, they crank that up. NBC, they're like, all right, let's keep it quiet.
Yeah.
We need to listen to Noah Eagle and Todd Blackledge.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I said NBC is because they do the night game. So that's why I was like, we could get that one. We don't know yet what time it's going to be played, but
I think that's a stripe out, isn't it?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure, but defense showed out. Yeah, Darius Dixon, a true freshman.
They beat up their quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, Zion Tracy's been good.
What's your recap on the Indiana game, Brett? I mean, how could we have won that?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we sack their quarterback, Mendoza, and it's 2nd and 17, Michigan State had 2nd and 17 today in the fourth quarter, and I was like, please don't give me PTSD from last week but we ended up, stopping it, and then Sutton got 2 sacks that same drive. But
we had a turnover
how we could have stopped that, Mark, was on offense. That's okay. Whenever we were on offense, we needed one more first down to win the game, right?
I know. That's what I said.
I knew for a fact if we don't get this first down and win it on our terms, we're probably going to lose. It's just that's how Penn State football has always been since I've been alive. If we don't win it on offense, our defense has made phenomenal stops throughout history, but recent history, we can't really count on it against the number 2 team in the country. So
I was nervous. Would you have kicked that field goal? Would you have tried to kick that field goal?
In Indiana game?
When we had it for the last time. It was about 60 yards, but
I don't think we would have had that. No. I think I'll tell you what, Grunk
win, because I was looking at the flags. We had to win, but
Ice. We have the best kicker we could possibly hope for to hit that. So
that's too.
Because the wind was blowing right at the student section, right at him.
He's he made a 49er, I think, this year, but he's not like a 50-plus guy from what Franklin said.
Okay.
So I'm not really sure, but like I said, the main problem was not ending it on the offense's terms.
I know. I wanted that
the ball back, and then the soft coverage, playing the super soft coverage, giving them wide open lanes for 20-yard passes, and they made some crazy catches too. Even number 80, the white receiver that kills us every game now, frickin' Northwestern, frickin' Indiana.
Dude, he had no reason to be doing that. Like there was no. That was another thing. That was so disrespectful. He just comes in and has he had the same amount of catches that game that he has the whole season.
You know what that was? That was PTSD from Charlie. What was the white guy on Purdue that cut us up a couple years ago?
Yeah. He plays for the Bengals now, I think.
You guys know who I'm talking about? That was PTSD from that guy. He killed us.
Like, dude, this kid was literally putting equipment in the freaking bins on the bus last week, and then he comes in and has 7 catches for like 300 yards. It was like,
I know that happens a lot. What Cooper have running for Indiana? Do you remember?
What's that?
What did Cooper have running for Indiana last week?
He didn't have much, did he?
Boy,
the running back.
Yeah, he's tough. Oh my gosh!
I thought they had Black.
Yeah, I know. Where did he come from? Jeez.
But here's another thing about, like, to compare Indiana and Ohio State. Ohio State does not have a run game, and their own fans have said that. But Indiana last week, They had Hemby had 55 yards, so they didn't do much in the rushing game. They had 100. Like our defense did really good against Indiana.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
were
thing.
a couple. I was gonna say there were a couple times today where our run D was a little leaky, but they held their own. Like at the end of the day, but there's a couple plays I'm like, why are they running for 10 yards a clip on us right now? You know what I mean? Like there's just certain bend don't break moments, but like I said, they came to play. The defense. I mean, they didn't let Michigan State score in the second half, guys. Like that's very commendable. So
did we score off the turnover? We scored off the turnover, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Katron Allen scored on the left. Yeah. Right. Yep.
I think so.
Time run out, but they gave it to us for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, the delay of game. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. What happened there? Why didn't they take a touchdown back?
I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even realize there was a delay of game until they showed it.
Hey, I want to say this real quick too. At the end of the game, we had a delay of game on that touchdown by Katron, right?
Yeah.
They did not call it, right. And I think you can review that. But the only thing that really saved us was we had a delay of game on the extra point. Once you once you throw a flag, you cannot review the previous play.
Yep.
So the fact that we had a delay of game saved us from reviewing that delay of game we had on the touchdown.
Okay, that was it.
So
okay.
I don't know how they missed that, but that was clearly a delay of game on the touchdown by Katron, which
yeah.
It's not,
the thing is, even if they would have called that, they weren't stopping Katron.
No, we would have scored.
We would have scored. They weren't stopping him.
Yeah, it was over. I mean, the D line. Yeah, I mean, like at Thomas. Yeah, the D line.
Yeah, we would have. We would have run Singleton up the middle and scored. You know,
Katron Allen's vision, man. If you just watch him, he's just so good.
Dude, Katron Allen is an NFL running back.
He's insane. Yeah, he's
Singleton's
tough, but right or left. Yeah,
Singleton's an NFL slot receiver.
Singleton is, and again, I do not want to come on here and bash players ever, but Singleton has zero vision. Like he is not. He doesn't have. He has instincts. He has the instincts. Like linebackers at Penn State, the reason they're so great over time, Michael Motti, LeVar Arrington, Devario Bowman, you have instincts. That's what makes you a great linebacker, for example. Singleton has extreme athleticism and instincts. He just doesn't have vision. So that's why he's good in the slot, or that's why he's good on East and West. That's why he's good in the passing game. Because he's an athlete and he has instincts. He just doesn't have vision.
Use him. Use him.
Yeah, they need to use him.
Use him to his strengths. Yeah.
Listen, my biggest problem with the offense this year, and especially the last couple games too, the tight ends are non-existent in the passing game, guys. They're non-existent. I don't know what's going on. They're not scheming anything up. Like you did everything with Warren, and listen. I know Warren's a complete alien, but we have good tight ends. Like scheme them in the offense, dude. Yes, they're blocking and they're doing a good job there, but that's where the failure comes into effect for some of these slow drives.
Mm-hmm.
You're not taking chances with your tight ends. You're just running up the middle.
Right. Yeah. Indiana, they tried to get the first down with the tight end, but it didn't work.
Tight ends didn't have a catch today, guys. I don't think. Not a single catch.
Thomas James, Mark, made a good point about Hartline and balancing the running game and the passing. That's a really good point. I mean, Ohio State doesn't have a running game.
Yeah, Thomas James, he's been commenting a lot. He just membered up. He's a really intelligent football guy, that's for sure. In an Odell Kotelnicki system, you don't see button hook checkdowns or running backs go out as receivers. And you can do all that with Singleton and Allen. Yeah, they literally have a guy. They have a Swiss Army knife in Singleton, and they need to keep doing that. Like, I understand the defense and what they're doing has an impact, but if you're good enough, which we are, and you have a game plan, you can do whatever you want. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate the shout-out. Yeah, 100%, man. Do you guys have anything else to say about the defense? 10 points. They did good. Had a turnover. We scored off of it. I mean, they beat up their quarterback. Overall, the defense did good. So
yeah, I think the only thing I have left about the defense, if you guys notice, I don't think Chaz Coleman was out there. He has been a little bit bruised up, so I think he'll probably be back for Nebraska, which is huge because we can really use him. We need Deny to keep the same energy. Zariah Fisher's been struggling a little bit, but we're a little bit thin at defensive end on that side. I don't think Ivan Kamaju played today either. Maybe put him in there against Nebraska and get him some play. He's been fantastic. So.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Dad. You can just stay on here for this.
In
These are
defense. I mean, they need to feed off of each other. Intensity. When 33 comes and knocks a quarterback, they need to freaking come in as a team and just high five and just feed off of each other. Feed each other. Make them hungry, man. Intensity. It seems like 33 made a play and then he's just celebrating by himself. That's not a team. You got to be 11 guys. Feeding.
Yeah.
I mean, bring it and keep it all 4 quarters.
The mindset of players today, unfortunately, we live in as Coach JB from Coach JB show would say, we live in a jersey swap era where these NFL guys after games are swapping jerseys. They're like, oh, I want your jersey. I want this jersey. It's like, you guys have to be, it's very self-centered, a lot of these players nowadays, especially with the money. You have to be there for your team. I mean, like Miami back in the 80s. I mean,
wow.
Those guys,
guys,
which by the way, Vinny Testaverde, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in college football. Sandusky had 5 picks on him. They took down the evil empire. That's one of the biggest wins ever. I mean, we didn't have a shot going into that game. But back in the 80s, Miami, if a guy, if they ran like a little sweep play and they tackled him at the line of scrimmage, the whole defense was there, literally giving a concussion.
Yeah,
they were celebrating so hard.
Pounds was like celebrating. Yeah,
I mean literally, you rushed to the ball, you celebrated. They were known for throwing their fingers up in the air. Number one.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't. I don't know. You just don't see that with this team. But if it continues with Terry and this mindset, you will see many. Yeah, you will see. What did I say?
Coach Terry needs to bring that. I mean, he needs to work on that intensity on the defense.
I mean, a guy like him who was small, he was just a great athlete. I mean, he had to work hard for what he had and what he did. I mean, he played with O.J. McDuffie and guys like that. But, shout out to DDS. I mean, Brad Nessler, they kept saying he's played well both of our games. The last time they called our game was Nevada, and he had an insane game, DDS. And then this game, he did really well too. But, I got to be honest, the way 33 played, he is a menace. But the next play, it's like the whole defense takes a play off except – see, DDS, man, he has a motor. And so does Chaz Coleman. Chaz Coleman has a motor.
Yep.
And, I mean, Chaz Coleman's motor, I mean, that is fully oiled. I mean, he is ready to go. He is – whatever the best motor is in the game, that's Chaz Coleman. And then Yvonne Kamaju, man, like another guy. Yep. I just hope these guys stay. But, we saw Ohio State coaches talk to him after the game. I mean, sleazy programs are going to do sleazy stuff. And, if that's what they're doing, then that's Ohio State. But that's why we need Franklin Gall 100%. But also love that the defense had back-to-back roughing the passer penalties, and the D completely just took the QB out, wasn't dirty. Yeah, like the QB, man, they just really got to him. They did.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch because that defense was so pumped up. That pumps up the fans and, yeah.
All right, so to get into, just to finish up here, I think that's about all we can say about the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Brian Kelly, he was fired, and basically I wanted to talk about this because you've heard a lot of stories about him just being just not a good guy. Mike McDaniel and Robert Saleh, when they were interns or grad assistants for him, he had a party and he had them guys out there like shoveling snow, and which to them at the time they said we would never do this to our staff. Let's not forget this, which I think is a little demoralizing, and they probably shouldn't be doing it. I mean, there's a line between old school, making your guys do the dirty work and earning their spot, and humiliating them. There was a kid that got cancer, and Kelly never reached out to him. I mean, the stories are endless with him just being just a bad guy. Not a good guy when it comes to coaches. And when you're a coach, you're a molder of men. And that's John Beam, who we'll talk about next. But basically I don't know if the lawsuit is still standing, but basically there's a situation where LSU's trying to fire him for cause, which means they don't have to pay his whole buyout. Brian Kelly said no. They tried to pay him like $15 million and then $30 million, and he said no, I'm not doing that. Which is, as much as I don't like Brian Kelly, LSU, are you kidding me right now? You're not going to pay him his buyout? You're going to try to fire him for cause? No, he doesn't. But Franklin didn't either. But Penn State did it the smart way. They just paid it, and that was it. In a way.
No, Franklin's not getting that. He gets a job. They're paying the difference.
But they did it in a smart way, which I give Penn State credit for doing that, because they could have run into a situation like this where Franklin's suing Penn State for his buyout. I agree, Brett. He doesn't deserve it. But if you have a contract and you're supposed to pay it out, then you need to honor that in some form or fashion. Penn State is honoring that too, but he has to get a job. They're still honoring it. So,
but if they're firing for cause, that's the difference, though. Think about it. That's
that is. But are they doing it for the right reason?
Well, from what I've heard, the receiver Kyron Lacey, the one that died, right? Brian Kelly didn't reach out to the family or anything. He didn't reach out to anybody about it. Didn't say I'm sorry for your loss.
Maybe he deserves it then. Yeah,
complete scumbag, dude. You don't that's insane.
Yeah, but
Alex said it right. Kelly's a lunatic.
Franklin would have never did that. Franklin would have reached out to the family. No, he would have done all that.
Heck no.
As sad as it is, I mean, I feel for his family, but that's probably not a reason. That's not a cause. That wouldn't hold up.
No, I'm not saying that's the cause. I don't know exactly what the cause we're talking about. I'm just saying that's the type of guy Brian Kelly is.
Yeah, that's sad, but
I think they should pay him his money. I understand the guy's a scumbag, but I think they should pay him his money. That's what I think. I mean, it is what it is, because here's the thing: as the next head coach, right? That's kind of why I didn't want Elko. And congratulations to him on his win today. If you bring in a guy like Elko, he just left Texas A&M. I mean, the pregame band they could have a documentary on the pregame band. I mean, that alone is amazing. Then you have the crowd, you have the SEC. If he's going to leave Texas A&M for Penn State, he's going to leave us for someone else. So I don't want Elko for that reason. If you're LSU and you're trying to fire him for cause and this and that, I don't know exactly what the situation is, but that kind of makes you look bad. Like if the next coach comes in, we might try to do the same to you. But they could also explain it away saying Brian Kelly is a very low character guy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, what do you think they should give him his money or
LSU?
Yeah.
Unless they can find a legitimate cause. I mean, a legal cause usually involves money or NCAA violation or, sexual misconduct, something like that.
I don't know what the cause is. Like,
it's very hard. I mean, it'd be very hard and they're running out of time. I mean, they got to come up with something. And
if there was a law for being the biggest scumbag in Louisiana, then Brian Kelly would be arrested, but there's not. So
that won't hold up in a court of law.
No, that won't. Unfortunately, not. No.
You got Alex Murdoch in South Carolina, and then Brian Kelly. He's the one in Louisiana. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what the cause.
Yeah, they need to pay him and move on. I mean,
what's the cause? Like, what I want to know that. So
it's a lot of money. My gosh, it's almost $60 million. But Apparently they have it if they wanted to fire him that quick.
So I just read that Brian Kelly cashed out at LSU, focused on golf while recruiting slipped before ugly exit. So the cause part from LSU side is he gave up. Now Franklin, if anybody quit on their team, it's James Franklin, and they still wiggled their way out of that Penn State, and they did it the right way. They did it the smart way. Franklin quit on his team. That is absolutely pathetic. And anybody that's dumb enough to hire him,
It's not
Brian
a cause,
Kelly.
though.
No, it's not.
Brian Kelly gave up physically. Franklin gave up emotionally.
Yeah.
I mean, what Franklin did is absolutely pathetic, and any school that's dumb enough to hire him, good luck.
Yeah.
He'd be a perfect fit at VT, and I feel bad for VT. But anyway, if anybody had cause, literally on video, it's Franklin. And Tyler Donahue did a really good episode with Landon Tangwell this week. You know, Franklin, and you got to love it because it's Franklin, but all offseason is like, yeah, we have everything we need. We have the DC, we have the OC, we have transfer portal guys, we have total alignment. He kept saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. And now that he's gone, the next coach, all Pat Kraft, has got to pull up and say, hey, look at this video of Franklin saying we had everything, and he still couldn't get it done. So, you know, it was his fault.
Take Michigan and what'd they do? They were getting plays or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a NCAA violation, but for Michigan to fire Harbaugh on that, it probably wouldn't have held up. Michigan probably couldn't have fired Harbaugh using that as a cause. I don't think they could have. The NCAA could have come after him and fined Michigan, but I don't think they could have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As strong as that cause is, I don't think they could have used it. So LSU, unless they find something really fast and really strong, they're going to have to pay him.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. Like, I think they have to pay him, and that's it. I mean, you shouldn't have hired him. The mistake you made was hiring him. Okay.
Yep.
Dude, I'm just gonna pull it up. I don't care if it demonetizes me. I'm pulling it up. Dad, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Brett, when he has the Southern accent.
Oh, I've seen that. His intro.
Hold on.
Yeah. His introduction when his first presser.
All right, I'm just gonna pull it up again. I don't care if
it's terrible.
It's pathetic. It's
right off the bat. They should have been like, "Sorry, we're just kidding. You're not hired. You just did."
What's this? It's hired him.
Yeah. Watch. All right. So let me know if you guys can hear this.
No, here.
Hold on.
It's a great night.
Yes.
To be a Tiger. I'm here with my family, and we are so excited to be in the great state of Louisiana.
The decision that came about after spending time with my family.
I'm here with my family. And
time with my family.
My family.
Spending time with my family.
My family. It's a great night.
So he went down to Louisiana, spent 3 hours there, and he had a Southern accent all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you heard that, right?
Yes.
My family.
My family. I mean, dude, you want to talk about a sleazeball.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
I mean, because I compare it to when James Franklin got hired. He was at a Penn State basketball game. That's the first time we saw him. He was walking up and down the courtside, shaking hands, and he made his announcement. And at the end, he said, "We are." I mean, James Franklin was really excited about coming here. He really wanted the job. It was his dream job. And for that, I feel bad. But when he comes in and he runs things the way he does after all that appreciation for Penn State, I mean, it's unbelievable. But James Franklin's intro to Penn State. Classy, grateful, happy to be here. Brian Kelly faking an accent. I mean, Kamala Harris would go to different cities during her campaign and fake accents. It's absolutely pathetic. And if you fall for it, it's insane. But you should have known right there that, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you faking an accent? I don't know.
Votes.
Yeah. Votes. Yeah, exactly. So if you're a football coach, yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't know about that.
We'll move on.
He's trying to have the fans love him, I guess, right off the bat.
I guess that would kind of be like a good look if you have an accent. Everyone's like, "Oh my, he sounds just like us." So
smart, but didn't work.
No. So John Beam, I don't know, Dad, if you know who he is, but he was Last Chance U coach. He was on the show.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw that in the paper. That's too bad. He passed away.
Yeah. So Coach JB, who I follow religiously on YouTube, community college coach, JUCO coach. I mean, he does not hold back. He definitely, speaks his mind. And what those guys do is nothing short of a miracle, honestly. You're going into JUCO football. You're taking guys that no one else wants, literally. I mean, you are taking guys that were totally rejected by Division I programs. I mean, to a certain point, when you're a Division I coach, you can't put up with guys who aren't on board, guys who don't have their head on straight, guys that want to screw around. To a certain extent, in order to protect your job, you have to get rid of guys that are, not totally on board. Like, you have to get rid of guys who, whether it's for good or bad, they're not all there. And when you're kicked out of school for a DUI or a bar fight or failing classes or your domestic violence, whatever it is, or you're involved in a crime. I mean, the one kid that was on that show, he robbed a store at gunpoint, and he went JUCO, and he went to EMCC, and he turned around and went right back to his previous school. These JUCO schools, they take these kids that no one else wants. I mean, they are in terrible situations, a lot of them. Some of them come from, they have nothing. Their mom's sick, their aunt's sick, their siblings are dead or they're dying, or they come from really good backgrounds. Some of them, they have 2, 3, 4 kids from different women, deep into it. But these guys' backgrounds, they come from absolutely terrible backgrounds. They go to JUCO, and these coaches like John Beam, they take these kids, and not only do they, it's a 24/7 job. I mean, they are their fathers. Some of them, that's the only male figure they had in their life. They take these kids, they mentor them, they keep them safe, they feed them, they sleep on their floor, and they make them into football players, and they turn around and they put them in a D1 school, a D2 school, a D3 school. They literally take these guys' lives and they change them totally. John Beam was a guy who did this in Oakland, California, one of the roughest, most crime-ridden, poverty-ridden places in the country. He did it for 40 years. I mean, the pinnacle of a mentor for young men. And he was shot and killed. So, I mean, it's sad. It's very sad.
Yeah.
And it's just proof that, I mean, he was a very religious guy. Him and his wife were very religious. So he is 100% in heaven. And it's just sad that a guy like that is killed.
He literally gave his life for those kids. Literally.
Yeah. So you have a guy like Brian Kelly, who is the way he is. And then you have a guy like John Beam, who is the way he is. It's sad that Brian Kelly's continue to get jobs and they go from D1 school to D1 school, and then John Beams get killed.
Sad.
He impacted thousands of young men.
Yeah.
He changed lives totally of thousands of young men. And everybody. I mean, he was a pinnacle. He was a pillar in the community. The detective / cop that was announcing his death was coached by him. So yeah, it's just sad that he was killed. And I just wanted to, talk about him and what he did.
Yeah. The hope is that those 1,000 young men will go out and make other young men's lives better than what they are now. That's a hope that we can get out of the unfortunate death of John Beam.
Yeah. But my greater point is what he did is extremely hard, and there's not many people in this world that can even remotely do that. And he did that for 40 years. So yeah.
God rest his soul. Amen.
Yeah. But for those of you that don't watch Coach JB has done that and then some with like John Beam. So appreciate those guys. Support Coach JB's channel. I mean, yeah. And those guys like John Beam, I don't know what his background was, but Coach JB, he came from Compton. I mean, a guy like JB he shouldn't be alive. The upbringing he had, the life he lived growing up, but here he is changing guys' lives. So guys like that, much respect, and John Beam, rest in peace. So Brett, you got anything to say?
I don't know much about John Beam, to be honest with you, but it sounds like he was that dude. So
I mean, if you listen to Coach JB, he talks about like the stuff that I just said. Like you got guys like Coach JB, he's paid players like their mom is at home, can't pay the electric bill, and Coach JB's paying it.
Yeah.
He's paying their mom to keep their lights on in their house. I mean, that's a different level of coaching,
100%.
And they've both had players that were killed or whatever. I mean, as Coach JB says, we got to protect our babies, and that's what guys like him do. So, yeah. But
yeah, I think the players realized what he did for them, and I mean, they're going to pay it forward and pass it on. They know it. I know they will.
Like, what was I just going to say? Like Charlie Kirk, he started a movement. Joe Paterno, he is like John Beam. I mean, he changed lives. I mean, how many guys did he impact by coaching football? Terry Smith, now a head coach. I mean, he totally changed his life. He said that. He said, my dad came from nothing. He brought us to this place in Pennsylvania, sent us to Penn State. He worked at Penn State, and that totally changed our life. So, yeah. Protecting young people is very important. Mentoring young people is very important. And, that's what John Beam did. So, you guys have anything else?
Yeah, I'm there with Terry. I mean, I'm a first-gen Penn State, well, first-gen college anytime, and then a first Penn Stater, fortunately, and I knew what education does for you, so that's why I pushed my two sons and daughter to college.
Yeah.
No matter what college you go to, you're going to earn it. So whether it's Penn State, Ohio State, Lock Haven, down south, Florida, you're going to earn it. And if you make it, nobody's going to take it from you.
Yeah, and that was a big thing growing up. Dad stressed college, and for me, it was I was going to Penn State, or I wasn't going at all. I mean, Penn State was my dream school, and went there and graduated. But just as an example, Dad, you worked at Paterno Library for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
So Paterno Library, again, that was largely built and named after Joe Paterno. So
yes.
Joe Paterno, because of who he was, like John Beam, created that position. My dad worked in that position, and Dad went to college and first generation graduate at Penn State, which isn't easy, and then stressed his kids to go to Penn State and graduate. So what Joe Paterno did had an effect directly on our life. And John Beam did the same thing. So
yeah. I mean, you went to Penn State, you studied journalism, and that's why you're able to do this podcast, because of Penn State and what Penn State taught you, period.
Yeah.
And you need to be proud of that, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Penn State's very powerful.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very good school. And it's a very special place in the football program. There's just so much pride in that because they've always done it the right way.
And that's why I'm a Coach Terry fan, because I know what's in his mind. The same thing that's in my mind. So Penn State made us.
All right, Dad. You can hop off if you want. I'm going to go through and read these comments. Brett, you can hop off too if you want. But I'm just going to go through some. I've kind of addressed a lot of them. I mean, these are endless. But
yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the Nebraska game next week. So it's really exciting. All right, I'm going to hop off.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mark
Brett.
Senior.
You're welcome, bud.
Have a good night.
Everybody, good night. We
Go
are
to win.
Penn State. Yes. Go, Coach. Coach Terry.
Yep.
All right, Dad. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We didn't even mention the land grant trophy, guys.
No, thank God we brought that back home. Holy crap.
Been a
Thank
while
you,
since
God.
we had it. So,
but yeah, so we'll go through the comments here. Brett, I mean, I don't know. You want to go through the comments? You want to hop off? What do you want to do?
we went through some of them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll hop off if you want to finish up the comments. That's fine.
Sure. Yeah, I'll
Go a long one, hour 40.
What's that?
So it's been a long one, which makes sense. Obviously, we got the win and a lot to talk about. So
yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, thanks for having me on, Mark. We'll be talking here soon for the pre-game for Nebraska, and everybody have a good night. Enjoy the win.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, we got a big game coming up, you know?
Yep, huge.
So, all right, Brett. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yep, no problem. You guys have a good night.
Later.
See you.
like I said, guys, I'm going to go through here and read the comments. So bear with me. Just give me a second here. But thank you guys for commenting. I really appreciate it. I'm going to take the time to go through, and thanks, Mr. Bucknuts. I appreciate that, man. Big win. DM me on Instagram. Thank you guys for the donations too. I really appreciate it. We got a couple tonight. Mr. Bucknuts, keep messaging me on Instagram, man. I have some ideas. Maybe we could have you on. Mr. Bucknuts said his channel was freaking hacked, which that really sucks. But yeah, that sucks. 3,000 followers. All right. Arctic, I saw your comment. What's up, man? If you guys are still on here, great win. Can't wait to sleep good tonight. American Patriot Bulldog. That's right. Kept the land grant trophy. That's right, Faf. Amen to that. Yes, we played hard Penn State football. Yes, we did. 94 subs. Double-digit numbers now, Mark. Yes, sir. 94 subs, man. We're 94 subs away from 1,000. Please help us get there, guys. We went up a couple subs tonight. Got, I don't know how many likes, but got quite a few likes too. Irish Infection, go Irish. We might get a playoff bye. Home game now. Yeah, I think you guys are going to go to the playoffs as you went out. Alabama lost, so that helps your cause. But again, I think if you guys play like a good team, I don't know. I don't think you'll win. But yes, the Irish win was pretty convincing today. Won't troll you on that. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think you guys will lose against a good team like Ohio State or even Indiana or A&M, but we'll see. I mean, Irish Infection. Also, you have to admit and be unbiased, Jeremiah Himothy Love is a better college player than Saquon ever was already. Dude, what? Oh, my. Again, leave it to the Irish fans to just – what is that comment? Thanks, Arctic. Oregon fan, you guys did pretty good. You're infected with crack, I guess. Yes, he is. Are you Irish? Great win. All right, so some of these we already read, but you members, thank you for commenting. I tried to pull up all your comments while we were talking. Setting pressure from our defense, we worked every time for Michigan State. Yeah. Call me delusional, but I believe PSU will beat Nebraska. Their schedule is way softer than ours. Who are you? I don't know who you are or what you're a fan of. I'm a big fan of Grunkmeyer. Kid has a lot of potential. Love seeing him improve. Absolutely. Terry Smith should be given a strong opportunity for the job. He is PSU guy. That's what he promotes. Yeah. Penn State, Nebraska is very interesting. I'll enjoy seeing us play. Notre Dame got a big ranked win over Pitt today. You guys dominated, but it's not a big win. Love Saquon college-wise. We are bring back you. You are not. We can spell at least admit that. Dude, Keemon Spell, first of all, I don't know if he's coming to Notre Dame. I don't think he should. If he's smart, he won't. And he's a prima donna. He won't be that good. He'll transfer out of Notre Dame, that's for sure. We would beat Oregon by 30. No, you would not. Proud of this coach and team. Regardless of who you hire, you have to rebuild. Yeah, in a way. Faf, thanks for the saying hi. We saw that live, but I don't think they cared. No, we don't. Absolutely not. Thank you, Mike. Hello, that's hilarious. Oregon would drag Notre Dame like a lion does with a gazelle in its mouth. Why do you come on Penn State podcast? Yeah, exactly, Mike. They're freaking clowns. You say this, but you would pray we don't go into Autzen Stadium, win, then take your recruits like we did with Penn State. You would not win in Autzen, and you have not taken recruits from Penn State ever and never will. James Franklin is a clown, and he didn't offer NIL money to players. Okay, Joey O'Brien, BJ Finney. That's the only reason you guys got him. All right. You guys are clowns. It took incompetence by James Franklin for you guys to get them, so calm down. Sutton was brilliant today. Yes, he was. Hey, guys, nice win. Thank you, Cade Connors. You're one of the good ones. Finally, you got a win. Congrats. Absolutely, Murray. You're the laughing stock of college football. No one takes you seriously. Join a conference pathetic program. They won't do that because then they'll lose every game. We are Penn State. They beat up cute. Yes, they did. All right. Why is Kelly in the title? Well, we just covered that, Joe. I really like Gronkmeyer. Great drive with 9 carries. Katron was awesome. Yes, he was. Andy Case, absolutely. He should be fired yesterday. Why are there few head coaching scratches, but Michigan State is not that good? Here's the thing, too, guys. I just noticed today that Sakee Wheatley's dad follows us on here. So shout out to you if you follow us, man. Yeah, Kay, if you watch us. Yeah, Kay was still calling and game pretty soft. Scary style. There was no reason for it. Greetings, Mark. PSU Lions just shaking off the rust and secure a win. That was Joe Pa football, 100%. Coach Smith is a disciple. Franco Harris spirit touch our running backs today. Yeah, man, he did today. Proud of my Nittany Lions and coaches as well. We are. Yeah, we got a lot of guys in heaven spiritually helping us right now. Joe, Franco. Is the 1-0 thing a James Franklin thing? It's a James Franklin thing. It was an absolute joke. Even if Terry Smith did the 1-0, it would still make way more sense coming out of his mouth than it would Franklin. Running and wearing down the – not a bad strategy. Can't burn drives. Just force the issue. Yes. The true battle was won in the trenches. Absolutely. Norcross High School JV team has an opening for Kotelnicki. He should be coaching Pop Warner, man. I don't think that's a thing anymore, but he should be coaching Pop Warner. I think, again, thank you guys for the donations. Besides the TD on the first offensive play for Sparty, I thought the defense played hard and the offensive line and running game worked as well. Love D. Ross. Yep. Yeah, he did really good. Thanks for saying that, Joe Pa. I couldn't remember when we played. I absolutely love Terry Smith, opposite O.J. McDuffie. Yep. Coach Smith is going to hold all the players accountable regardless. And if you are a starter or not, the mindset of a warrior will prevail. Yes. Thank you, Greg, for the donation. Yep. Not sure how you would feel getting – yeah. So Faf was saying not dunked as in being beat. He said being dunked by Mayo. Terry Smith should do it, man, because he deserves it. Franklin's job was to absorb the aftermath. Yeah, exactly, Faf. Yeah, I got you. The coach, next coach. Terry Smith is the best damn corner coach. Got that right. And we got one of the best safety coaches in Poindexter's, too. The only issue with the older guys is that they often struggle with NIL. Yeah. Well, Faf, Terry Smith is a big part of this recruiting. So if he can fully embrace NIL, which I think he has to a very large extent, and the portal, you combine that with his mindset, man. He's not going to get some of the guys that want to inflate their egos and be paid tons of money. Like, he's not going to get them, and that's fine. But if you can somehow mesh those two, then – but that's the thing. Franklin was like a player's coach and a great guy, apparently, but he didn't pay high school players money, big money. That's why we lost guys to Notre Dame. I mean, I get it. Like, guys like Dom and like they earned their spot, they worked their way up. But dude, it's a different brand of football. You want the best players. Just because they want money doesn't mean they're bad character guys or they didn't earn it. Whatever, they can still come in and earn it, but you have to pay them to get them there. That's the age. It's the day and age that we live in. That's why it was Dillingham and Matt Campbell. Hartline and Terry Smith would be an unbeatable combo. Both great recruiters. Well, so who said? Thomas said Hartline and Smith and Lincoln Riley. How you went for? Yep. Thank you guys for all the comments. I already pulled up most of your member comments. So I'm not going to pull them up again just to save some time. We need the chocolate guy from SpongeBob saying finally. That quarterback was saying, my leg. The turnaround in 2 weeks for Pena and Ross makes me truly wonder if the F could have been a competent OC. That's why we needed Franklin gone to get the culture. Yes, 100% Penn State fanatic. Formerly Franklin fanatic, but we will not mention that ever again. Best PSU football channel on YouTube. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Miami pushed the line from confidence to massive assholeness. Yeah. Yeah, when they played him in 87. Yep. As a military guy, there's a clear line between hazing and pushing your guys. I would test a guy's resolve and determination when he was new. Push-ups. Yeah. Thank you for your service, Faf. But that was at work with the whole platoon in a team setting, and no one was allowed to talk shit. Yep. Franklin's agent must have seen the writing on the wall. Franklin isn't too desirable SEC. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, dude, you want to talk about good agents? Mike McCartney and Jimmy Sexton, they are two of the best agents when it comes to getting their guys money, because Jimmy Sexton, he got Franklin multiple millions of dollars for no reason. And then Mike McCartney, last year, Cousins was demoted to backup, and he got him a $10 million bonus. I mean, you talk about just magic. That's them. And once it was over, the whole team would congratulate them on not quitting. Yep. I'd take that high potential coach and Hartline over the predictable head coach right now. Yeah. I mean, I would like Hartline, but I think you almost want a proven guy like a Drinkowitz, but who knows? We'll see how it plays out. None of us know. None of us know. No one truly knows. And I hope I've made that clear to all of you that I'm not coming on here and be like, oh yeah, like this, and that. I said, guys, Matt Rule will be our next head coach. And then he lost 3 or 4 games. So it would have been his job, I think, totally, if he kept winning. That's the time I did that. You know, I take responsibility for that. But other than that, to say that this guy's no, dude, how does anyone know? Honestly. And Landon said it on his show. He's like, I think Pat Kraft's trolling some of these guys, telling them this and that. And then they go out and tell people, hey, Thomas, thank you for serving. Some of my best friends when I was a Cav Scout was our medics. Much respect to the corpsmen. Yeah, thanks. Thank you guys for your service. Because we hate them. Nice. We do hate Franklin. VT is better. Yeah, man, that perfect fit for him. I'll tell you what. Man, VT gonna hate us for giving them questionable coaches at this rate. That is a great point. I did pull this up and laughed. That is a great point. Yeah, Penn State won, right? It's so funny with the side-by-side. The irony of VTech having the 2 coaches with the worst records against top 10. And Brett Key, not Brett Key, Brett Pry. Good Lord. Terrible. Yeah, rest in peace to a good man, John Beam. Yeah, very sad. Rest in peace, really sad. Yes, it is. They had a great, yeah, they did. Great point, Matt's dad. Mark's dad, yeah, great point. Congrats, Mark. Thanks, Mr. Bucknuts. Appreciate it, man. Nebraska will be good night, Mark Sr. No sweat, my guy. I will too. Yeah, hit me up, Mr. Bucknuts. I'm interested in having you on here. I would not mind having an Ohio State fan on here that has a normal and level head. You can talk some smack, talk about your team. That's fine. I have a lot of respect for Ohio State. The fans are pretty arrogant, but you're a good one. You and Ive Manziel, let's get you both on here. All right? Let's make it happen. Hit up Ive Manziel, tell him to answer me and come on here. which he has asked me, but you know what I mean. I did hear that Alabama coach loss would. See, that's another thing. Him losing tonight, I think that kind of opens the door for us, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Do you want Kalen DeBoer? I don't know. Dang, Greg, if that's true, those Bama guys are crazy. Wild and the pundits would have the nerve to say we are impatient. You always wondered why DeBoer took that job. Washington is a lot nicer to live. Yeah. I mean, he had it at Washington. I mean, again, like Washington, are you going to win a national title at Washington? I don't know. But yeah, we're impatient, yeah, because we haven't waited 12 years to have a change, you know. Yeah, the media is a joke, Faf. Yeah, Saban is a curse. Yes, he is. Hard to live up to. Jimmy Sexton is such a con man. I would kick the candidate out of the instant. Katron now only went. Yes. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Narniak, for saying that. Thank you. Please let him get it. Let us win out, go to a bowl, and Katron get the rushing record. He deserves it. It's insane, this season, and the way these players were ruined by an incompetent head coach and blames Franklin. Gonna be at Nebraska next week. Nice. My feeling is that the team has changed in 2 weeks. Now new life has been found. Burnout. Are you living State College or what? Thanks, Mr. Bucknuts. And Thomas, make sure you DM me so I can add you to the private chat, the member chat. College football is becoming a complete NFL-style shit show now with players and new coaches leveraging buyouts. Yep. So I didn't bring this up. The Miami, Ohio QB quit to prepare for the NFL. Man. Much love to Katron balling out today. Absolutely. I'm in the don't get shot city of brotherly love. Man, be careful there. I love Philly. It reminds me of State College. There's a lot of Penn State people there. It's a lot of fun. The city is not pretty nice. They have 8x10 foot potholes like we do here in Central PA. Thanks, David K. As always. Thank you for the super sticker, man. By the way, for you members, if you guys are still in here, those emojis, they're not working for some reason. Like I don't know if it's where you're hitting them from, but they're not working. I'm not sure why, but hold on. Maybe I can pull them up to show you guys. But I made custom emojis for the members. And let me see if I can. So these are some of the emojis I'll show you guys. Oh. I don't know if I better not pull them up because it might show some information. Philly guy, nice. Yeah, see, they're not popping up. That is so weird. Philly guy, nice. Seriously, don't get shot. Yeah. I like Philly, man. But yeah, Philly, I don't know why they're not showing up. Can you guys see them? Is it like what I'm on that I can't see them? Let me check my phone. That's weird that they're not working because I don't think it's anything it's on your end. I think it's just YouTube, to be honest with you. Yeah, I can see them on my phone. Can you guys in the chat? All right, awesome. You guys can see them? All right. Hit them all, guys. Hit them all. So Greg hit Heisman PSU. All right, that's Joe and John Capoletti. Alex hit VT Franklin. Hit them all. Because I don't think I can hit them. I got 5 in there, I think. Notre Dame. Got Notre Dame. Coach K is IHOP. Top 5 win, Franklin. Surprise, Franklin. Does it have the name next to him when you hit him, guys? So Coach K is the IHOP logo. Notre Dame is the surprise mascot logo. VT Franklin is VT, and Heisman PSU is Joe and John Capoletti. Coach Flapjacks, that's right. Top 5 win is Franklin looking surprised. I'm glad you got, because I'm on StreamYard and I cannot see him. That's kind of weird that I can't see him. But yeah, thanks for hitting them, guys. But yeah, guys. So member wise, I'm gonna have I'll tell you in the group, in the private chat on Instagram, I'm gonna have a live stream for you guys. Try to time it up so you guys can get on, and then I'm gonna have another member video up by tomorrow night. So 1 to 2 a week for you guys. But just made Franklin with the devil's horns. Yeah, that'd be an insult to the devil. Oh man, what a way to go out for him. What a pathetic display. Quit on his team. Then you have Coach Terry, who's an absolute class act all the way through. I love him. Love Coach Terry. He's the man. Looking at pics of Franklin and Fleck on here makes me really miss shooting pole. Shooting pole. Like, have Franklin with a banner that says, "I get it, guys. I get it." Obviously. We'll have to use him at a press conference saying, obviously. 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 That's all he said. He'd say, obviously, we had to do this better and that better. And it's like, well, obviously you don't get it, Franklin, because you're not doing anything to change it. You absolute clown. So, sorry, camera's acting up. But he'll go 4-8. Well, he's going to go like 9-3, 10-2 consistently. Never make the play, never win a playoff game. Maybe win one if they play like South Florida or Altoona, and then get beat by a decent team. I hope we run into him and beat him, especially if it's Terry Smith coaching. But they'll put a statue of him up down there. I mean, that is the perfect place for him. Zero expectations. He'll probably recruit NFL talent. He'll have a sight set on us, but it'll be the same thing or worse. But yeah, you're right, Alex. He could go 4-8, honestly. But again, they'll put up a statue of him down there, and they'll go from mediocre to decently good. And once they play Q Bald, yeah, true. That's a good point. It's a shame that we'll never get to see Keegan-Michael Key. Yeah, that was funny. We need Terry as a position. Yeah. He should be the GM or position coach, but he should have a large grip on the team in some form or fashion. He should have a lot of guidance and recruiting. He should be involved in guidance and recruiting. And he should have a large say in what goes on. 100%. As long as he blocks Franklin's number. He will wear Hokies gear. Yeah. Oh, and they can play Enter Sandman when Keegan comes out. He'll recruit the shit out of PA, but he'll get some decent guys. They'll either not go there or go to Penn State. He'll get some decent guys. But why in any way? But here's the thing. As Penn State fans, let's say he goes down and he has like a lot of success, like makes a national title, which will never happen, or makes it to the Final Four. We're going to be like, dude, why didn't you do that with us consistently? Like, what is wrong with you? Either way, his legacy at Penn State is absolutely burned to the ground and absolutely atrocious. He needs to pray FSU and Miami do not leave ACC. If he's a VTech, And then they both leave. Then he is both stuck and screwed. Yeah. Wonder what will happen to Pitt and VT. Would be a sentence to the American Conference or Big 12. So that's the thing. Can he win in Florida State? Can he win in Miami? Like, can he beat these less than stellar teams in their home stadiums? Like, Florida State's loud. Miami, they got a pretty good fan base. I mean, Hard Rock, like, it's not a guaranteed that he'll even beat those. Like, I don't think he'll beat the good teams in the ACC. You know? It's the same thing. He used the Penn State name to make up for the rest of what he lacked in coaching attitude and everything. Yeah, he was a total con artist. Just DM'd you. Look forward to the future sports talk. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, man, we should have you on here. You're really good with your comments. Like, you're really good with commentary, man. Like, you really know your stuff. And not that you other guys don't, but Thomas kind of speaks like a coach. Seems like an X and O's guy, which I am not. Brett's recruiting. Know my team history. I'm not an X's and O's guy. I mean, I know some, but he seems like a really good X's and O's guy. So I'll add you to the private chat, Thomas. I always thought Franklin was propped up mostly by his coordinators. Seemed like the offense died the second Moorhead left. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's insane. But, guys, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to watch Texas and Georgia. I hope it's still close. I don't know. But I'm going to hop off here. Thank you guys very much for all the comments, all the support, the memberships. Thomas, I will add you to the private chat. I've DM me when you watch this. Mr. Bucknuts, you are. Thank you guys again so much for the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Share it with your friends. We have membership, super chat. Support us if you want. Thank you very much. Good episode. Yes, they did. Thanks, Faf. Again, thanks for the shout out on Landon's show. I was surprised when I heard that. But all right, guys, thank you. We will see you guys I'll probably be on here tomorrow in some form or capacity. I'll have a membership video up again, like I said, and probably be me and Jared tomorrow. Jared will have his Steelers stuff. Please support Jared and his Steelers, Pirates, and Penguins Central shows. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, and then Tuesday pregame, big game next week, and then same schedule. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you again very, very much for the support. We will see you guys soon.